What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight! Alright, we are coming back to Faith No More. Yes indeed, Faith No More fans, feeling you! Come on now, here we go. This is a request from Micah and Amasaic. They both wanted to watch me react to this song from Faith No More called The Real Thing. Now, to the best of my knowledge, I've never heard this song before. There have been a few songs I have heard in the past, but this is not one of them to the best of my knowledge. Now, as always, if I start listening to the song and I go, oh, wait a minute, yes, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Faith No More, and the song has 588,339 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Faith No More up here and The Real Thing down here. All right, whatever works. It's all good. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Moment, that golden moment. I know you feel it too. I know the feeling. It is the real thing. You can't refuse the embrace. No.
Okay, I feel like the song's actually kicking in now. Okay, lots of good stuff happening in that intro. That drum beat, doom doom da 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 doom doom da da, and it's very nice that it goes with those offset triplets, doom doom ba ba ba. Those offset. Are those triplets? Yeah, they're triplets. Okay, so those offset triplets, and then eighth, nice. It's just a nice contrast, And so go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bum bum ba ba, doom, ba ba ba, bum bum ba ba. Very cool, very nice drum pattern. I'm really digging that drum pattern. The use of the bass in that intro, interesting. Having the distortion on it, a really heavy tube-type distortion, and just basically sucking the bottom completely out of the bass and making it all high-end and mids, having it do that slide up, instead of that being guitar, that's bass. And the first time I heard it, I was like, that's a weird-sounding guitar. And then the second time I heard it, I was like, wait a minute, that's not the guitar, that's the bass. Holy cow. Very cool. Different. Very different usage of it. The keyboard just holding on the sustained notes, filling it out. The guitar coming in for the accent on that chord, just crunch it in. Really nice. I mean, I'm digging what I'm hearing so far. I feel like that intro kind of led into what's coming. So let's back up 10 seconds. Let's see where the song goes now with that really cool intro. Let's see how the song develops.
It
when the song kicked in, you had those 16th notes, but you had the one layout. So diddle it, diddle it, diddle it, diddle it. So it's 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. You were leaving out 4. 4 was being left out. I like that. I like that gallop feel. Very reminiscent of like Iron Maiden, Steve Harris. Diddle it, diddle it, diddle it, diddle it. Very cool. Love it. When the song kicked in, the bass tone changed. They brought the bottom back into the bass. They still kept a little bit of the distortion on top, and they still kept all the highs in the mids, but they brought the bottom in now to kind of fill it out. Actually, I think they did kind of suck some of the mids out in exchange. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Gave it a much fuller tone. More appropriate for the type of song that this is. Mike Patton's vocals all over the place as always. I mean, he's got such a great way of modulating his voice. And he does it himself. It's not like he's putting his vocals through an effects processor. He does that all himself, which is fantastic. The part we just heard, it was a straightforward. 1 2 3 4. It was there. The four time was there. But then you had this subdivided. It's all within the 4 though. That never changed. I was locked in on that 4. I was making sure I'm not gonna lose this 4. So their use of subdivisions on this was really well done. All in unison too. That's important. When you do something like this, you're gonna want to stay in unison when you're doing subdivisions like this. So great job of playing in unison. Great job of doing those subdivisions. I'm digging this. This has got a great feel to it. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. That drum pattern. Sounds like it might be a guitar solo coming up, which I'm going to pause now and back up just a tad, 10 seconds. Okay. Coming back into the hook, into the chorus. Yes, I do believe the chorus is the hook. That do 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 diddle 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 do 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 yeah, that's the hook. At least it is for me. I don't know if it's gonna be the same for everybody. But I know for me that is the hook. So I'm digging that riff. Lots of transitions in this song. Lots of transitions going from that fast, powerful, upbeat, like the chorus, and then going back into the more that laid back, like it was in the intro with that rhythm pattern. It's great transitioning between the two, and they're doing it seamlessly. They're not going so far when they go into the chorus. They're not getting so aggressive that they leave what they just did completely behind them. It's more of like an integration. So, and it's nice because they are changing it. It is evolving. It is moving into a new pattern, but it's not so far out in left field that it feels like it doesn't fit. It doesn't feel like it's a completely different song. It feels good within the context of itself. So That's awesome. That's fantastic. Let's see about this. Let's see, first of all, if there's a guitar solo. I'm not even sure if there is. Let's find out. There's that drum pattern again. Nope, no guitar solo. There's the bass though. Fades out.
The perfect moment. That golden
right.
moment.
Oh, what up?
I know you feel it so.
Yep. And then it cuts out again. Nicely done.
I know the feeling. It is the real thing. You can't refuse the embrace. This is so real. What I feel.
Hey! Back into those subdivisions again. All right, I'm gonna stay locked on the 4. Let's see if I'm right about this. I'm almost positive it stays in 4 the whole time. Yep. Nice job on those subdivisions.
Like the first time that you don't take its guidance in silence. Like your heartbeat when you realize you're dying, but you're trying. Like the way you cry for a happy
Well, at least it didn't go for too long there. Thanks. That was a ride. That was a definite ride. That was a fun ride, though. It was fun. I know it was a little long, but it was a fun ride. Good stuff. Well, there you go, folks. That was Faith No More with The Real Thing. This was a request from Micah and Amasaic. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this an 8.5. Yep, 8.5. I feel good with that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
The song itself was really well done. There was a lot of great stuff happening in there. I already talked about pretty much everything I picked up on. The biggest thing for me was those subdivisions in that breakdown, where it stayed in 4, and it did. It stayed right on 4 from that lead up. Boom, 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 boom. And then I kept on those 4s the whole time, despite what the subdivisions were doing. the subdivision pattern was there. There was a pattern. It was a repetitious pattern. I couldn't pick up on it though, but it was a locked in pattern because every time I would come back to one, it was on the same thing. So it did repeat. Very well done. Very well orchestrated out. Very well thought out. Very well planned out. So great job there. Also, another big point for me was the intro. I love how they used that intro to build the song up into the actual song where the song came in. Great job of an intro. I also like how they used the intro halfway through the song to do that exact same thing again and build into it, which was really nicely done. Let's talk about let's talk about the guitar. We'll talk guitar and bass. They would switch off. You know, the guitar, when the guitar was laid out, the bass, when it, like on that intro part where the bass would slide up, the bottom end would disappear, and they would really kind of boost the mids and boost the highs along with that distortion patch to get that effective tone for a nice slide up. But then, when the song would kick in, they would drop out some of the mids, cut back on the distortion just a tad, and they would bring up the bottom end to give it more of a full sound, which was great job on that. Say the guitar had a nice, thick, crunchy tone all the way through, and I loved it. Very accenty, not accenting, but a great way to, well, in a way accenting. When he would come in, it wasn't subtle. It was a big, broad chord, and that's why, you know, it was an accent, absolutely. Loved it. And then he on the subdivided parts especially, it was very cool. Very, very cool. Love that thick tone that he gets. The drumming was tasty. I think the drumming might have been my favorite thing through the entire song. That rhythmic pattern that he had in the intro, especially with those offbeat, those offset triplets, followed by the eights. Very almost like a Latin groove to it, almost, not quite. Plus the fact that he was doing with the cross sticking, which I'm a big fan of. You know, when you have a more subdued feel, switching over to that cross stick feel, very cool. Dig that absolutely. Mike Patton's vocals, that guy can just do some amazing things with his voice, man. He really can. He does it without any filters. He does it without any processors. He does it without any patches. He does it all himself, which is kind of frightening when you think about it. I mean, if you go back and listen to some of the stuff he does with Mr. Bungle with his voice, it's amazing. It's actually mind-blowing, the kind of stuff that he can do with his voice. I was actually, if I was basing this just completely on the song itself, I was actually leaning toward giving this an 8.7. So why the 8.5? I don't know who engineered this. I think it's the same person who engineered Metallica's And Justice for All. I'm going to be honest with you, because the entire song sounded like it was recorded inside of a giant tin can. There was like no reverb at all. The song was dead. It was deader than dead. It was like someone took a blanket and put out a fire. There was absolutely no reverb in this. There was no life from an engineering standpoint. And I'm sorry, but look, engineering is a part of the song recording process, and Faith No More would not have put this out without having their stamp of approval on it. You know, they would not have had some say on what the finished product was, and they allowed this to go out the way it is, dead. So it's a little frustrating, because I wanted to give this an 8.7, maybe even an 8.8, but because of the fact that it was the song was just suppressed and compressed and dead, I can't. It was a little frustrating. I'm gonna be honest with you. It really was kind of frustrating for me personally anyway. So that's why it's getting the 8.5. Still a great score though. Listen, 8.0 is great. Anything above an 8.0 is just that much better. So this is 0.5 better than an 8.0. It's right in the middle between great and amazing. So still a really great job. So 8.5 final score. I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the video and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It will do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content gets dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's good for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.